this is number 8, what is one red flag people often ignore?
Ooh.
And you got to tell us why you think they ignore it.
Okay. One red flag that people often ignore
in relationships,
people's inability to communicate what they want, need, and feel.
It's a red flag.
That is the biggest red flag anybody can have with me in a romantic, platonic, co-worker, in any type of relationship. Baby, if you struggling...
I'm about to say, if they can't tell you what they want, that indicates to you what?
If you don't know what you want, need, and feel, you're not going to be able to handle what I want, need, and feel. So we don't need to be in relationship with one another at all. Because you're going to be frustrated because your needs are not being met, but it's because you don't know how to articulate them. And I'm going to be frustrated because you don't even have the ability to meet my needs. I'm just saying. Listen, age has made me crystal clear on that.
And you know what? That I believe that the older that we get, we should be more refined. We should become more knowledgeable of self. More knowledgeable of others. And I think that if a person really is, doing good work and receiving healing in the areas that pain and trauma has caused, it can be real pinpointed. I need you to move it here. I like it this way. I prefer this. I don't like this. I can't do that, but I have to have. And that, to some people, that is wonderful. That is accepted. That is a requirement. But for other people, that can feel like you too much. It's like, no, I know exactly what I like.
I have done the necessary work, and I am clear on what I want.
What I want. Well, come on.
And that shouldn't be offensive to anybody.
And you're how old?
I am 39.
How long did it take you?
Whew, baby. The first time I felt like I was grown was at 30. Yeah. So let's just say that.
And you've been 10 years.
Okay.
Grown.
Okay.
All right.
And I moved out of my house when I was 17. But I felt grown, like, okay, I am a grown woman. And I can make my own decisions and do what I want to do at 30. Isn't that crazy?
Is that considered to you late or early?
Well, I think because of the responsibilities that I was already carrying, it was late.
Okay.
But I think that the things that I experienced up to that point were very necessary as well for me to find out.
I got to tell you something later. Okay, I like that.
Yes.
What does respect look like in a relationship?
It varies person to person.
See how you want to answer that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Respect doesn't have like a specific definition. It's case by case. So what I view as respect, you may not view as respect. The person across the street may not view as respect. It's going to look different for each person. And honestly, I believe that we create our definition of respect based on what happened to us negatively growing up that made us feel small.
Oh, you want to be a mental health expert tonight?
I'm just saying, no. I said I believe.
These are not. I believe on it too.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you ever really listen to someone's story and then you ask them how they view respect, their definition of respect comes from their story. Like you can see it just pops out like, oh, okay. That kept happening to you as a kid and you made a declaration internally. Ain't nobody gonna keep doing A, B, and C to me. So that's why you define that as respect.